ways that heat penetrates into the house through the windows and attic spaces. Maren Goldstein from the Center for Ecotechnology joins us to show us what we need to know to make sure that our home is properly insulated, specifically your attic hatch.
Yeah, so oftentimes, and especially in the summertime, we get a lot of extra heat coming in, and it can really wreak havoc on the comfort in the house, as well as obviously our electricity bills that we spend to sort of cool that house back down. And one of the things that most people don't think about is the attic hatch. The attic hatch is something you usually have that you want to be able to open and get into, so you don't think of putting insulation on top of it, and so it's left to just basically, as this shows, a sheet of drywall and maybe a piece of plywood above it.
Right.
And so what we recommend is being able to add on insulation, and the way that you can do that is putting a rigid foam core board on top of it. And so you can add that to it, and then you can also add a insulation piece that will sort of help seal it on the front side where it goes into the framing of the space as well, so that you end up with extra insulation and a space gap as well to help seal it.
So Maren, now that we have the camera on this, we want to show people what is in their home currently. Is the plywood and the drywall, correct?
Most often, yeah, because it's being taken in and out, all that you have there is drywall and plywood. Okay. And that means that you've got heat just pushing through that because the attic gets hot, really hot, and the heat just comes pouring through that into your space. And so what you can do really easily is add on this rigid foam core. You want to seal the edges because you're going to have to cut it to size, and then you're going to also want to put a sealer on the edge too, where it's going to actually push into that space. And that's a really simple way to insulate that attic hatch. There's other ways you can buy things. There's lots of different things you can do as well, but that's an easy DIY one.
Very simple to do. How much do you think it would cost to do a project like this?
Oh, this is like a $10, $15 fix.
So really inexpensive, easy to do, and will save you not just a lot of money, but also energy savings as well.
Exactly.
And it's something that maybe you don't necessarily think about, like you said. And in the winter time as well, that's also a source of heat loss.
Yes.
So you want to make sure that you keep the heat in your home.
Exactly.
Now, some other ways that you can keep your home cool in the summer if you don't necessarily have an attic hatch that you need to insulate.
Yeah, a couple of the easy ones is oftentimes when you get a lot of sun coming right through our windows for the southern exposure. And so if you close the shades and have nice thick curtains that you close in the beginning of the day, once the sun starts to come in, close that up, and then when you open them up later on in the evening, you still have the view, but during the heat of the sun, it doesn't penetrate into your house as well.
Right.
And then the other thing too you can do, if you've got ceiling fans or even just fans in the window that can draw in the cooler air in the evening, so you open up those windows in the evening, bring the cooler air in, seal it up, close that curtain when the hot sun's coming down, and then if you do have, again, a fan circulating the air, again, it's just going to help increase the comfort and not necessarily have to have AC going in your house the whole time.
Yes, because that can really rack up your electric bill, of course. So it's all these little small things that we can do that are very inexpensive and pretty much effortless that we can do to save money and energy. And if people want a free energy assessment in their home, they can call CET and set that up as well.
Yeah, exactly. It's another way to go through the Mass Save program. It's a great program looking at energy efficiencies in your home. You have an energy specialist come into your house. They review opportunities for air sealing, like this would be one, or adding more insulation too that sort of helps keep the heat from getting in. So there's lots of great measures that are either no cost or low cost to you. And so it's a great first step. It's no cost to have that energy specialist come into your house and do a sort of review of your house. So it's a great way to look at energy efficiency, especially in the summertime.
Great advice, Maren, saving us money and energy. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
Great advice. And coming up on